how you sit, how you carry yourself. Are you sitting, are you leaning on one leg or the other? That you're standing erect. And as your button or computer has a reset button, you have a reset button, and if you were to take your arm and just go over your arms, head, and stretch, now everything is at that point in a line. The other part of the posture is an arm swing, and if you all just take your arms and just sit there and swing them nice and easy, not overextend, just nice and easy, gentle. The next point of that is bend the arms in a 90-degree angle, okay, with sort of the thumbs up. But when you're swinging it, you don't want the hand going down, okay? You want the arm just going forward and back and not extended, just right, this is a lever, and it's going. It's hard to think, but that motion down is backward motion. You want all your energy going forward, and you want it comfortable, relaxed. The other part of that is dropping the shoulders. Sometimes you'll see runners, and they're like this, because it's not just the pain, the soreness of the ankles, the knees, the hips, and lower back. And I've had really bad neck pains at the end of marathons at times. And I've seen pictures of it. It's like, what the heck am I doing? Relax. Just keep the arms comfortable as you're going through. And if you ever feel you're getting tight, take a deep breath and physically blow it out and let the arms drop. Reset, and you're ready to go again. And you can do that while you're running. You don't have to stop. So it's really good. The second part or component is midfoot strike. Okay? A lot of people, when they start running, it's heel toe. And it's heel toe to the point where the knee is almost in front and locked. Well, if you're hitting like that, that's immediately stopping all of your forward progress. It's also putting a lot of impact on your legs. Lock your knees and just do a little jump. Now bend your knees a little and do that jump. You notice the difference? Your knee is your shock absorber. And you don't want to take that shock absorber out of the picture. You want as much cushion as you can get. As you spend a lot of time getting a good running shoe, which will help, you defeat that whole purpose if you lock the knee and then overextend it. So you want to be conscious, and there's pose running, there's all sorts of different running. What you're trying to do is hit someone just glancing off that heel and almost flat-footed as you go through. And you want that leg, when you come down, to be almost under your hip. That way your knee isn't locked, it's slightly bent. Again, a lot more comfortable. You're going to be a lot less fatigued after your workout and after your run, and your recovery is going to be so much faster. The other characteristic to it is called cadence, and actually Jack Daniels had it in his formula book of running. They did a lot of studies on Olympic athletes, and the cadence is the turnover rate. And they found out that most Olympic athletes' turnover rate is 180 steps per minute, where most beginning runners is 160 to 170. The importance of that is if you're doing that, that means you're overstriding and more likely that the knee is locked. Turn over the rate faster, you're going to be closer to the ground, and you're going to lessen the impact. To give you an idea, this is 160. If you're trying to keep up with that, every time it beeps, hitting the ground. That's what most beginning runners start at. Things gotta have a reset button. It's 180. It's a lot faster, but it means you're going to be shorter stride. You're going to greatly lessen the impact on your joints. And it's just not the ankle, it's the knees, the hips, the lower back, the neck. So you want to just sort of practice that. Sort of count your steps as you go. Look at the watch for 10 seconds. Take your time. You're not going to get there overnight. It's slow, and as Michelle says, this is good form running, not perfect form running. Do what's comfortable, but once you get conscious of the fact that you're not turning over fast enough, and you try to get 4 more steps, you're going to improve dramatically. The last characteristics of it is lean, and that's using gravity to help move you forward. And lean is from the ankle, not from the hip, as people do it. This again ties into posture. When you're standing erect too, when you take a breath, you've got all your lung capacity. When you lean over slightly, you sort of compress the lungs a little bit, and you run on oxygen. So don't deny yourself the fuel that you're going to need. So the lean is from the actual ankle. And it's just as you start to fall forward, that's where your foot goes forward. Okay? And you can just practice. And it's just very easy. It's gentle. It's not like totally falling over so you can't stand. You're still got control, but you're using your body's gravity to help propel you forward. So again, posture, midfoot strike, cadence, and lean. And you can just work incrementally one of the items or all four, whatever's easy for you. And what Michelle's going to do is tape. And what we're going to actually set up in the store actually is formally rolling out these as clinics that we'll offer. Is we take people running first with your shoes, and then running barefoot. Thing is, once you run barefoot, you're very cautious about not hitting on your heel first. It's going to hurt. You're going to hit more midfoot on that. So that's what sort of the barefoot craze that came about, because when you run that way, it strengthens the muscles in your feet. It is not for everybody, but by knowing and understanding it, you can improve your form and your body mechanics.
Good job, Robert. So what we're going to do is do the videotaping, and just to kind of tie it all together so you kind of understand, as he mentioned, the reset button, to get to the right posture, or not right, a better posture. And he said, remember, put your hands over your head. That's like your reset button. That's how you want your body to be. And then you just drop your shoulders to here, and then that's when you start doing the arm swing he was talking about. And the reason we do the arm swing like this is because if people start to swing like this, look at my knees, look at my hips, they start moving, and that's the higher risk of hip problems, knee problems. So you want to really keep them right in front of you. And then that's when you bring in the knee bend and the cadence. And then you bring in the lean like you spoke about. So you lean and go forward. So the idea is when you're running is to keep the knees bent, so that, like he mentioned, you don't stop yourself and lock it up. Most people that stride, you think you're running faster by striding out, but you're actually stopping yourself. You're losing your momentum. So if you keep your knees bent, you're going to continue that momentum. You're going to use the natural shock absorber of your knee and your ankles and your hips, and reduce the risk of injury. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to go ahead and tape you guys. Pretend like I'm not taping you.